Brad, I keep hearing people say, "Oh, let's do a 2, 4, 5 buy down. What the frick is a buy down?"
That's a great question, Gary. And buy downs have really become quite popular over the last couple of years. What a buy down is a way to reduce the interest rate on a loan. There are two types of buy downs. One is a permanent buy down, and the other one is a temporary buy down. A permanent buy down is something where, let's say the rate was going to be six. Let's say it's going to be 6.25%. But by paying, half a point, or 0.5% of the loan amount up front at the closing, you can drop that rate permanently to 6%. And so that's called a permanent buy down. So that rate would be 6% for let's say on a 30-year fix for the 30 years of the mortgage. And the cost would be, let's say it's 0.25%. So, that is a really great thing to look at. But what I do for my clients is I do what's called a break-even analysis to figure out how many months do you have to live in that property for having paid that money up front that you're going to start making money from it. It's going to pay for itself. The other situation it was called a temporary buy down, and that's the one you referred to. And that's where the interest rate is decreased temporarily and then steps up over time. So a perfect example is we have one right now that we're offering where it's 0.5% off, doesn't cost the buyer anything or the seller anything. And let's say the rate again was 6.25, it would drop that rate to 5.75 for year one, and then 6.25 year 2 through 30. The great thing there is it gives buyers, especially first-time home buyers, a chance to kind of orient themselves to the property. Maybe they've got a few more expenses early on, but those things iron out over time, and then it kicks up. The 3-2-1 or the 2-1 buy down, we step down. They step down like let's use the 3-2-1. It would be 3% the first year reduction, 2% the second year, and then 1% the third, and then it reverts to the note rate. Those can get a little bit pricey, but oftentimes you can have a seller participate in that rather than do just a price reduction. They can participate in that and really make their property a little bit more marketable. I know a lot of developers for new construction in other parts of the United States are doing that to try to push inventory that they're sitting on. They'll do a temporary buy down to get buyers into those properties.